Cậu say hi if you're in. Cậu say hi if you're in. Yeah, I was just checking the alignment and all. What are you guys doing? Just came back from school? Okay, we will begin in like 7 minutes, okay? 7 minutes. Hi, honey. You just came back from school? Come back here. Three of you? Hear me? Yeah, Corinne. Hi, Levine. You will begin soon, okay? 4 more minutes. Corinne, just check the alignment. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? The rest of you hear me or not? Yes, right? Corinne, it's English. Thanks, Levine, for answering. Thank you, Bye. You guys doing today? Have you guys eaten? No, it's only 5 p.m., right? Kahut tadi no kahut je. Rain, can you hear me now? Okay, we're gonna start soon in 2 minutes. Why is my internet connection not very good here? The next subject, Sec 1 math. 1 math. Still have bonus mark. Oh my god, I still remember during 2023 when I was studying in Bedok Reservoir A grader, I still have bonus marks. P5, so now you're P6. Are you still a student with us? 500 is a lot. Hello. 1 minute, it will begin, okay? Okay, you guys can see the sticker, right? Okay, register now for a free trial, okay, to join our online classes. Tomorrow is my English paper, is it? Xiao Ning, hi. Hi, Kalista. I just finished the worksheet. I did change a question in the worksheet, so later you take note, okay? What is the next subject is at 6. How come always change? I'm not too sure. We don't always change. What do you mean by always change? You mean the card or what? Okay, it's 5 p.m. Let's begin. Let me just hide the countdown. What do you mean by what's the change? FR. The question. Oh, question. Just one. Not always. Yeah, seldom actually. Okay, so register now for free trial for online lessons. Okay, on the sticker there. Okay, so let me hide that. There's only 9 people. Yeah. Okay, can you guys participate? Yeah. Okay, so first question. Can you tell me what's the answer? The luggage in the store blank cleaned yesterday is was over. Three, mixture of answers. Four. Okay, so a lot of you say four. Why? Why do you think it's four? Yesterday. Yep, yesterday. Okay, but did you know that luggage is considered uncountable? Okay, luggage is considered uncountable, guys. So this one you have to take note. Okay, sometimes it appears. Okay, Luggage is considered uncountable. So the ones that said 3, that is correct. Okay. So this one yesterday, past tense. So when you have uncountable, you treat it as singular, right? So singular and past will be number 3 was. Okay. You can see, right, on the screen? Is it too small? Okay, next. Question 2. Tell me the answer. What do you think is the answer? Three, 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 three. Everyone says 3? It was just noun. Okay, so let's see. Someone blanked basketball at the court now. John said to the coach, played is playing, was playing. So because of the word now, right? Okay, and someone is singular or what? Someone is singular, SG singular, PL for plural. Can you type? Yep, Yolanda. SG singular, PL plural, someone. We treat it, it's actually someone is singular, right? So singular. Now would be present or past tense. Now is present or past tense. Present, right? They're doing it right now. Okay, do annotate your worksheet for those of you who have printed and done it. Okay. Present tense. So someone is playing basketball at the court now. So it's an ongoing action right now. Going action in the present. The answer is number 3. Simple, right? Okay, number 3. What's the answer? The rest of you? Some of you say 4, some of you say, mostly all of you say 4. Shaf says 4. Felisa says 2. Hi, WL. Okay, so that is the teacher. Blank lessons are always engaging and fun. It's the teacher's lessons, right? The lessons belong to the teacher, in that sense, possessive. Okay, belongs to teacher. Okay, when we have possessive, all right, the answer is number 4, whose. Okay, who, person, which, things, okay, objects, right? And then whom, okay, for object, to refer to object, pronouns, okay, to refer to object. But I don't want to confuse you, so I'm going to put object pronoun. And whose, to show possession, right? Belongs to. Belongs to, whose. Whose bag is this? So you're talking about whose bag it is, right? It belongs to whom, right? So therefore use whose, labu. Okay? My bag. Yeah, mine. It's mine. Okay? Very hard to use. But are you clear? When it belongs to somebody, right? Okay, it's whose. Okay? Number 4, what's your answer? Will be attending. The rest of you? Will. Yes, Seabird. So everyone says for? Levin says for? We blank a robotics camp during the upcoming school holidays. So, upcoming means what? Present or past tense? Especially the word upcoming. Means, Bara, what is 5? Yes, future, right? So you gotta use present, right, in that sense. Okay, so obviously cannot be past tense, right? So the answer will be number 4 will be attending. Number 5. What is your answer? Yes, because soon. You haven't done it yet. Yep. Honey. Everyone says 2. Unless, okay, you will not succeed blank you work hard to achieve your goals. When do you use since? Okay, why do you say unless? Why do you say unless? When do we use unless? Condition, you mean, Yolanda, right? It just sounds right. Okay, so when do you use unless? Okay, to introduce your condition here, you need to work hard. Okay. Okay, negative outcome if condition is not met. So over here, you have a negative outcome. You will not succeed. Can? Oops. Over here, you put negative outcome if condition not met or fulfilled. Okay? Yes, good. I mean, okay. Unless it's a conjunction, that means except if or if not. Good. I am primary 3, but can still learn. That's great. Okay, so your answer will be unless. Okay, so this will be your condition. You need to work hard. All right, and then this is a negative outcome. You won't be able to succeed. Okay, so this is number 2. When do we use since? I haven't go to the next question. When do you use since? To? What kind of connector is since? Since means because. Very good, Yolanda. Since means because. Okay. Unless I've already told you for to introduce the condition, right? Okay. So because is also okay reason, right? So this one's a reason. Although, what is it? How about although? Blind goddess. Although to show contrast. So the answer is number 2. Okay. Next question. No, ramen sushi, that's not right. Okay, the sentence structure is not right. You will not succeed although you work. Okay, next question. It's more like, although he worked hard, he did not succeed, not will. Okay, ramen. Oh, okay. Somebody wanted the whole page here. Okay, can. Okay, this one, number 6. If she blanked the house earlier, she would have caught the train. So you have the if. That's conditional, right? Sorry, may I have the answers from the rest of you? Not C. Spamming. WL. Number 4. Which conditional is this, guys? First, second, third, zero, which one? Which conditional? Type 3. Very good, Yolanda. Very good, Yolanda. Okay, so it's number 3, the third conditional, which is the unreal past, guys. So can you just put number 3, unreal past. Number 4 for question 6. Okay, so what's the construction or like the pattern for third conditional? It will be past perfect tense here. Okay, and then you have your would have something. Can? So the answer will be number 4. So you cannot change the past. Okay, if he had left earlier, this already like you already passed that time, so it's unreal past. Okay, number 7. Alright, I'm too slow. I think I need to move faster. Okay, number 7. Don't lean but the glass window. This one's super easy, right? Why not 1? This is the if conditional. Full stop. Yeah, so this is the pattern. You have to use past perfect. That's the construction. Okay, so everyone says 3. Good. Against. Okay, so you're using your body, okay, against, pressing your body against something for support. So that's against the glass window. Okay, so highlight. Okay, so you can say near, for this one, by, near, by the sea. Okay, over is above. Okay, I've already talked about against. Towards is in the direction of. Towards Clementi or something. Okay, just a random example off the top of my head. Okay, number 8, what's the answer? Tom helped his father what the car yesterday. Sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, what's the answer for this one? 1. Tom helped his father blank the car yesterday. It always comes out, right? This one, I always tell you. This is the what kind of construction? Thank you, Nas. What kind of construction is this? This is called the what. Yes, Seabird. Vibara lover, I don't think you're K2. So this one is the verb. Answer me. This is the verb. Now can, flying goddess can. I tried. Verb, noun, verb construction, guys. Okay, so the second verb is in base form. Yes, Yolanda. Okay, base form for the second verb. This is the verb, noun, verb construction. The answer is number 1. Okay, I'm 28. Okay, welcome everybody, no matter your age, right? Number 9. What's the answer? Number 9? The students blank for the school play since last week. Ongoing action in the past till the present. So which one would I use? Flying goddess, okay or not my handwriting? I tried to write bigger already. Okay, so the answer will be number 4, right? Have been practicing. Ongoing action, right? Ongoing action, ongoing. So ing. Okay, and then present, continue, was present perfect continuous. Okay, present perfect continuous. Okay, last question for grammar MCQ. My cousin and I blank each other since we were in primary school. We still meet every month. You're still meeting, so it affects the present. What kind of tense do you use? Affects the present. Something that happened in the past It happened in the past. Knowing this person in the past affects the present. So the rest of you, what's the answer? Have, known, right? So use present perfect tense. Correct. Very good. Like for those of you, this is the question that I changed. Number 9. Okay. So take note. Try to write the question, or yeah, try to write the question. Verb or everyone okay? We need to move on to vocab. Now, you know, okay? Flying goddess? Okay, I wait for you. Not yet. Okay. The rest of you, write your notes, okay? Flying goddess, let me know. I'll wait for you for like 15 seconds and then I'm going to move on. What's this conversation happening in the chat? I'm lost. So they know Kahoot, but I think there's Kahoot in for secondary. I think. Not too sure. Which is later, secondary. Okay, moving on. Yeah, sec 2, I think. Okay. Here, vocab. What's the answer for number 11? This is vocab MCQ. This one you have to be careful and try to think logically in that sense. Okay, which one you want to use. Yep, Yolanda. Okay, what's the answer? 1, 2, 3, or 4? What's the answer for 9 just now? 4, dear. Okay, the rest of you, what's the answer for this one? She was diagnosed with diabetes. She had to blank her sugar consumption. So you want to reduce your sugar consumption, and which one is correct? Number? Yes, Regan. Yeah, number 4, everyone. That is good. No mixture of answers. That is perfect. Good job, guys. Okay, cut up. Cut up means, you know what it means, right? I don't have to write it down. Chop into small pieces. Okay. What is cut off? Think of a supply of something, right? Okay, so means to stop the supply of something. Okay. Stop the supply of something. Okay, so electric, internet connection, okay, that's cut off. What is cut out? Cut out means completely remove. Okay, and cut down means reduce. Okay, I try to simplify my the meanings for you already. Yeah, there are several meanings to the words. Yeah, Yolanda. Okay, next question. This one okay, huh, everyone? Okay, next question. Hi, Mr. Crazy. Number 12. Blank by the exciting activities at the fun fair, Timmy rushed to buy a ticket for the rides. Relieved, appalled, enthused, intimidated. What's the answer for question 12? Jurong East A grader is very fierce. What do you mean? There isn't a Jurong East A grader. Not that I know of, I don't think. Number 3, everyone. What's the meaning of enthused? Oh, WI got tuition today. Tuition today. What time are you leaving your house? What's the meaning of enthused? Oh, at the Jurong Central CC. You mean Jurong Green CC, is it? Excited? Okay. Yep, feeling excited or eager. So you guys are right. All right. So this is answer for question 12, which is number 3. Okay, let's write down the meanings of the other words. What is appalled, guys? Appalled. He was appalled at the sight of, you know, uh, the pool of vomit. Was appalled. Yeah, disgusted. Okay, so what's the meaning of relieved? I'm sure you guys know. Okay, feeling comforted after stress. Okay, so feel that feeling, right? Heave a sigh of relief. Okay, so is shocked or disgusted. Enthused means excited. Intimidated means feeling afraid or feeling afraid or nervous around someone. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples. Okay. Oh no, flying goddess, you okay? Cut out, you if you have diabetes, you cut down. So this one, yeah. I mean, technically, cut out means totally remove. This is English test and not science test. Okay, so what is relieved? Okay, she was relieved when she passed the test. Okay, appalled. He was appalled by the dirty kitchen. Okay, intimidated. She felt intimidated by her strict boss. That's a funny comment. it is. It is English, right? Okay, next one. Okay, next one. 13. Number 4. Curiosity. Okay, Lily peeked inside the mysterious box as her what was piqued by its unusual design. So, she was very curious about it, right? So you are right. Number 4. Okay, Dean. So yeah, the more natural answer will be cut down, right? Not cut out. Okay, hopefully that answers your comment. Okay, so the answer is number 4. Okay. What is envy? What is envy, guys? Yes, right? Jealous. Okay. Jealous. Let me write it down. Okay, what is anxiety? Nervous. What is ecstasy? Happy. Extreme happiness. Not just happy, extreme happiness. Okay. I'll give you some examples. Okay. So she felt envious, okay, when her friend got a new phone. Okay, he felt anxious, okay, anxiety. Okay, so she was in ecstasy after winning the lottery. You cannot hear me. The rest of you can hear me or not? It was green with envy. Okay, turn your volume to full. Yeah. Thank you guys for replying. Yeah, hopefully it's clear, right? It's clear, right? Okay, so next one, 14. Thanks, KH. 15. Tim struggled to assemble the new shelf because he had misplaced the blank. KH was the answer. Number 2, everyone. It's curiosity. Okay, let me write it down for you. Okay, strong desire to know something. Okay, right? Number 40. Manual, yep. Oh, your comments crack me up. Okay, so manual, number 2. Okay. Recipe, do I need to write it down or not? Recipe. You want to cook something, you need a recipe, right? All the measurements of whatnot. Okay, so means a set of instructions for cooking food. Do I need to write that down? I'm sure you guys know. Okay, manual, okay. A book of instructions on how to assemble something. Okay. Book of instructions on how. Oh no, my handwriting is horrible. To assemble. Okay, directory. List of names. List of names. Okay, information and all that. Okay, mall directory, all the shop names. Okay, you can go and find whatever shop that you want to go to. Okay, and then reference. Okay, source of information. Okay, so yep, she used the dictionary as a reference. Okay. Okay, she followed a recipe to bake a cake. And okay, the last one is simple before we go for our break. Can you tell me what's the answer? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you overcome your fears, right? You guys are right. Good job. Okay, number 2. Okay, John blanked his fear of heights and climbed to the top of a mountain with his friends. So, overcame his fear of heights. Yes, conquered his fear. Very good, Yolanda. Okay, so what's the meaning of overcame? Successfully deal with a problem, situation. Okay, what is overtook? Means to pass someone. Okay, don't need to write that down, right? And then what is overturn? Flip something. Okay, so the boat overturned in the storm. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. Okay, flip something upside down. And the last one, overlook. Fail to notice. This is a good one. Overlook, fail to notice something. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go for a break now. Come back at 5:35 or 5:36. Okay. And we'll go through the rest. Okay. Who needs to copy anything? Let me know. Chit chat. Messy? What's messy? Okay, BRB KFC time. You mean you're eating KFC? You mean my handwriting is messy, is it? Read which part? Which part? I help you? Which part? Which part? I erase and redo for you. Slide. To read Sanrio lover, you tell me, okay? Which question and which part I write for you again. Huh. Why your handwriting so messy? It is. It is messy, right? It's not very nice. I cannot understand which part. Let me know so I can rewrite for you. Is it okay if you're going through? Question can zoom in. Is it okay? Is this kind of zoom in okay for you, Flying Goddess? Because if I zoom in some more, it's going to cut the question. Option 2 for question, okay. For question 15, successfully, I erase, okay? Successfully, no, deal with a problem. FR, okay? It's kind of small. Okay, I'll try to write bigger, okay? 1 more minute and we are going to go through the rest of the worksheet. Yes, yes, Sanrio. But also can be a source of information, okay, as a reference. This is noun, reference. UL, what are you doing? I'm gonna miss comments if you keep doing that. So you say the end already, ah? Okay, shall we go through now? Everyone back from their toilet break? Yes, I am. Okay, guys. Okay, you can kind of like browse through a little bit, okay, and then give me the answer for question 16. There? The rest of you? Hi, Kalista. In the early hours of a brisk January morning, the village of Kampung Kleng, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, is bustling with activity, okay, full of activity. And then fishermen haul his nightly catch to shore, where women and children clean the fish thoroughly. So, can, can I read? I wish you were here to read, FR. Yes, everyone, you are right. Okay, it's there. Okay, fisherman with an E over there, so it's therefore plural. Okay, plural. All right, so there. Okay, not his. His is singular, right? There's one guy, but nope, lots of people. Okay, yay, good job. All right, shore where women and children clean the fish thoroughly. How to spell? Good. Then the rest of you, I only saw like 3 comments. The rest of you, how to spell thoroughly? Yes. Can just try. It's okay. Capybara, that's truly. That's truly, not thoroughly. Okay. When you are cleaning the fish thoroughly means you are cleaning it like super well, okay? Make sure that it's super clean, all right? So that would be THOROUGHLY. You're right. Flying goddess. Next. Then after that, they weigh and pack them into bags. These bags are then transported from the markets. Is that the right preposition? Oh, so clever, everyone. Is it that easy? So apparently it's very easy. Okay, the answer is indeed 2. Okay, so you want to transport it to the markets, right? Okay, so we live on our fishing boats, says Wong Wu, a youthful who has been helping his father to fish. What is this? What is this? Yes, youth. Okay, after a is a noun. After a is a noun. Okay, okay, write it down. Noun. Youthful is an adjective. Okay, youthful. So, gotta change that to a noun. That is youth. My handwriting okay? My handwriting needs to be okay, right? Because you all need to spell properly. Okay, next one. Helping his father to fish. Without Tony Sapp, we would be without food and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It will be without food and money. It is a necessity. How to spell? Oh, it's a spelling error, guys. Necessity. Guess what? This is a word that I always have difficulty with also. Double C? Is it double S? Yeah. Wow, you guys are smart. Okay. Single S. Sorry, single C double S. Right? So necessity, single C double S. Okay. Okay. Source of life. Wood is referring to the lake. What provides Cambodia with most of its fish? What are we referring to? Yep. No, we're not referring to the fish. What are we referring to, capybara lover? Yeah, who does not make sense? Who does not make sense? What do you mean? Okay, so referring to the lake, right? Lake, not human. So cannot be who? Not human. So we use which. Okay? Which. Very good. Yeah, I couldn't really read your comment, Ira. Okay, which? Wrong spelling, capybara. Yo, okay. Cambodia, with most of its fish during the wet season, the rain will cause the lake to flood in 2000. Okay, strong winds and flooding destroyed many homes, causing disaster in the area. Yes, Belinda. That's me. Now, what are you talking about? Oh, the next question. But we're not there yet, Nina. How to spell disaster? This is a spelling error. So it'll be Disaster. Good job. Next. Catching fish is only permitted. How to spell? How to spell permitted? This is a spelling error. Very good. Good. Fruity. Okay. Okay. Let me write it clearly. Per me. Still English. It's English, right? Okay, by the government for a couple of months following the wet season. It will be difficult to fish. How to spell difficult? Yep. Right. So this is how you spell difficult. Difficult. Okay. Difficult. Okay. So to fish after that, due to flooding, even during those 2 months, fishermen are scared to go out to fish as strong winds can overturn the boat easily. So is there a need for the S? This is a grammatical error. So it will be overturn. Yes. Okay. Root word after the word can. Okay. Root word after can. Root word or base form. Okay. Root word base form after can. Okay. So it's overturn. What is 22 and 23? Here you go. Right. There is also a high possibility. What's wrong with that one? Of lightning due to heavy rains. What's wrong with that one? Is it a spelling error? Yeah. Good job. How to spell possibility? Is it a double L? Is it a double S? Is it a double D? High possibilities. A noun is it's a spelling error. Okay. Possibility. T double S. Correct, right? Double S. Yep. So what do you mean? Can it be capsized? Last one. As Booth stares out on the water, you stare what? The water. He reflects. We live a simple life. We don't make much money, but it's enough to get along. That's all we ask for in this life. So you stare what something. You stare at something. Okay? Simply put, you stare at someone, you stare at something. Good job. Okay? Let's move on to the last section, which is super close. Wait first, the rest of you, do you still need this? Do you need the answers? Yeah. No, Flying Goddess, you okay, Flying Goddess? Okay, let's move on. Okay, can you guys like read through a bit and then we will go through, okay? This is the last one. Okay, ready? What's the answer for question 28? 5 eggs the size of ping pong balls blank open as the tiny desert tortoises inside break through the shells. So it will be, you're talking about breaking through. This is your keyword, right? And you have the word open here. It has to kind of like go with the word open. So you don't say hatch open, guys. You don't say split open for eggs. Okay? So you have to take note, all right, what words, uh, what specific answers, okay, for complete close. It cannot be split, it cannot be hatch open. Okay, take note of the thing I highlighted here. Crack, okay, crack open. The 2-inch long babies immediately crawl off in search of flowers and grass to eat. Present tense, okay? Right? So these animals may be newly what, but they already have. Okay, this part here, all in present tense. So take note. Okay? Not past. Okay, so 2-inch long babies immediately crawl off in search of flowers and grass to eat. These animals may be newly what, but they already have survival skills that will allow them to thrive in their harsh, sizzling hot habitat. So what's this thing that happened here? What is it called? It's linked. It's linked. It is actually the word that you guys said just now. So what is the word that you guys said just now? Accept bond though, because it's eggs. Okay, cannot accept bond. Okay, eggs, hatched. Okay, they already have survival skills that allow them to thrive. Okay, I've talked about that. Okay, desert tortoises. I must be hungry. I said desert. Desert tortoises blank in the deserts of southwestern United States and northwestern Mexico. What do they do here? This is a place, right? Place. So you what? Yeah, simple, right? Good job, guys. Live. Okay. Okay, deserts of the southwestern United States and northwestern Mexico during summer, ground what in parts of their range can hit 60 degrees Celsius. What is this? Ground reside a little, sounds a little bit unnatural. Temperatures, right? 60 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, temperatures. Okay, highlight. Okay, to beat the what? Okay, this is kind of like a phrase. What will you say? Because it's hot, right? So to beat the good. To beat the yes. Okay, means you're gonna do something. Okay, to make yourself cooler. Okay. Desert tortoises use their strong forearms and tough nails to dig underground burrows where they can hide from the sun. Some of these tunnels are up to 32 feet in. Okay, bye bye WL. 32 feet in? What are we talking about? That its length. It is only like how deep, right? But I think burrows go different directions, so it'll be length. Okay, talking about how long. Okay, so as a burrow can get pretty crowded, only about 25 desert tortoises might bunk together in one shelter. The animals also wide grooves into the ground surface. So what are they doing? We're talking about what just now? What's the action? What's the action? Must be specific. Dig. Okay. After a storm, they will return to these holes to slurp up the wet that is collected. What that is collected? The rainwater already, right? Here. Then what do they do with it? Yep, I already said dig. Okay, so sorry. Slurp up the water, right? They collected the water. So water. Okay, arrow that. Okay, once it has had a good drink, the desert tortoise can last up to a year without wet fresh water. They don't wet anymore. Without what anymore? Again. So they already drink, right? So they don't need it anymore, right? You would say you don't need it anymore, right? So without needing or requiring fresh water. Yeah, needing or requiring fresh water. Again, the reptile what the water it has consumed and its bladder can absorb the liquid when it needs to hydrate. So it what in the bladder? You have it in your bladder. Okay, so the other answers, right? It depends on your teacher whether your teacher will accept it or not. Okay. Stores, right? Stores. Okay, the reptile stores the water. Okay, this. Okay, let's move on. Despite sometimes hanging out in burrows, blank desert tortoises are pretty solitary. It means they like to be alone. So, despite is a connector of contrast. So take note of your sentence. Okay, so this one is a contrast. Okay, so this one is alone. What's the opposite? Hang out in burrows together, right? With others. Okay, together. Okay, when males come across each other, they will what to establish dominance. They will what are you gonna do? So over here, the dwelling duo. What are they doing here? They are going to whatever they're doing here, right? So they are fighting, right? Okay, fight. Okay, the dwelling duo may use horns on their chest to try to knock each other what? Knock each other what? 27. 27? It's that's far. Go back, go back, go back. Yeah, so knock each other what? Down. Okay, so there's this particular word, okay, that tells you that it's this particular answer, right? So it will be flips. Okay, so it's over. Okay, the answer is over. All right. Last one, the context. Oh, sorry, second last one. The context what when one animal flips the other on his back. 37. Okay, okay, later I show you. 37 is here. The context what? Concludes is too big a word. Okay, so it will be ends. Okay, the context ends when one animal flips the other on his back. The loser can turn right side up by wriggling its body back and forth, right? Simple, right? Back and forth, not fro. I highlighted the wrong back. Okay, until it stops. After that, the tortoise would know who the boss is. Sounds like a tortoise's shell is not the only thing about it that is tough. Okay? All right. Okay, so Flying Goddess there. Okay? 37 is stores. Okay? So that's the end of the class. Okay, we have a lesson at 6. Okay, it would be yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm not too sure if it's sec 1 or sec 2. Should be sec 1. Up next. Yep. Okay. Up next is sec 1. Okay. Bye bye, guys. See you guys in 2 weeks. Bye bye. Okay. Don't leave. Up next at 6 p.m. sec 1 math. Okay. Yummy, right? Yummy, right? My mic off? I can hear myself though. Can you hear me? Try the first question. Now we are working on sec 1 math.
and simplify the following questions. When you expand, remember to use the rainbow method. Those who tried part A can send in your answers for part A. That's correct, but the second term is incorrect. When you expand, remember to multiply in z to both terms. You can try part A again. Bye. Okay, you can send in your answer for question 1A. What will you get when you expand this? Remember to multiply in the z to both terms. So when you multiply in your z to 4x, we will have 4xz, and minus z times y, we will have yz. Class, what do you make for a class? Okay, so for part A, you only need to expand. There's no simplification needed because there is no like terms here. For part B, we have 2 bracket 3x plus 2y minus 4. Anyone done with part B? Which level are you in? Are you Sec 1 math or Sec 2 math? Okay, the questions here might be quite difficult for you. Okay, for part B, same thing. We multiply in the 2 to all the terms inside the bracket. So firstly, we will have 2 times 3x, that give us 6x, followed by 2 times 2y, so plus 4y, and then 2 times negative 4, we have negative 8. Same thing, we only expand here. There's no simplification needed because all the terms are unlike terms. For part C, we have 2 times 5p plus 6q. See, anyone want to send in your answers? So multiply in your 2. Yep, there will be Kahoot later. See anyone? No, it's not a minus sign because it's a plus here. So positive times positive, there shouldn't be any negative sign. So we have 2 times 5p, we have 10p. And then 2 times positive 6q, we have 12q. So plus 12q. How come? Plus my comments get blocked. Okay, if you can't put a plus sign, maybe you can just type up plus, Plus. Anyone want to try? Same thing, you multiply in the 5 to all the terms inside the bracket. If you want to write plus, you can write Plus instead of the plus sign. Five times 2p we have 10p. 5 times negative q is negative 5q. And then 5 times positive 3r we have positive 15r. Once we're done with question 1, can move on to the second question. For the second question, it requires you to simplify. No, I'm not at home. Let's move on to question 2. When they write minus the whole thing in bracket, right, there's an invisible one here. To expand and then remember to simplify. Simplify the like terms together. What background do you hear? I'm in a room though. You get 5y. Remember to multiply the negative 1 to the 2y as well. Okay? Like I said, there's an invisible one here. When you expand the first part, you get 6x. 3 times 2x, 6x, and then 3 times y, positive 3y. Then negative 1 times 5x, we have negative 5x. Negative 1 times 2y, we have negative 2y. Okay, so if you can't visualize it, you can rearrange the terms first by putting the like terms together. So we have 6x minus 5x. Always take the sign in front of the term together. And we have 3y minus 2y. When you rearrange as much as possible, leave the positive ones in front. So 6x minus 5x plus 3y minus 2y. Let's calculate later. So 6x minus 5x, we have positive x. Then 3y minus 2y, we have positive 1. X plus y is correct. B, negative 3 bracket 2p minus 3q plus 2 bracket q minus 5p. The one that I've colored have to be multiplied with all the terms inside the bracket. Q minus p is not correct. You can try again. So when we expand with our first step, you will get negative 6p. Negative 3 times negative 3q is a positive 9q. And then positive 2 times q, we have positive 2q. And then positive 2 times negative 5, we have negative 10p. And then we can rearrange the terms. We put the like terms together. Same thing, take the sign in front of the term together. So we have 9q plus 2q and then minus 6p minus 10p. So q can plus together. We have 9q plus 2q that give us 11q. Then 6p minus 10p, sorry, negative 6p minus 10p, we have negative 16p. Okay. For those who can see, you do not have to rearrange the terms. Move on to question 3. We'll try question 3. You have to follow the order of operations. So the innermost bracket must be dealt with first, whereby you have to multiply this negative 3 into the bracket, into the innermost bracket. So negative 2x plus 3 will be the solution for this part only. No, I don't know this person. Who's that? Okay, the sequence of the bracket, right? Usually we will use this curve bracket first. Once this curve bracket is used, then we use the box bracket. And if this box bracket is used, then we use this bracket. Okay? You all can see. Hold on. It's the sequence of the bracket that's used. We will use this first, followed by this, then this. 18x minus 3 is not correct. We have 8x minus bracket 4x minus 3 bracket 2x minus 1. So when we deal with the innermost bracket, which is this part here, the rest we just copy down. So negative 3 multiplied with 2x, we have negative 6x. Then negative 3 multiplied with negative 1, we have positive 3. Same thing, we have to deal with the bracket first. So we have 8x minus, so 4x minus 6x, we have negative 2x and plus 3. Actually, it's the same thing. If it's negative, right, there's this invisible one here. So negative 1. You have to multiply in this negative 1 to the bracket to remove the bracket. So 8x, negative 1 times negative 2x, we have a positive 2x. Then negative 1 times 3, we have negative 3. Then from here, you can simplify further, whereby the like terms can be added up together. Okay, so we will have 8x plus 2x, we get 10x. So 10x minus 3. 10x minus 3 is correct. Also, then can try question 4. Express the expression of the two fractions into a single fraction in its simplest form. For question 4, there are two separate fractions. In order to make it into a single fraction, we must change the denominator of the fraction. Color wall. The common denominator that I can have here, which means I need to find the lowest common multiple of the two denominator, 3 and 5. The lowest common multiple of 3 and 5 is, you have to change the fraction. 29h is correct, minus the 3j is not correct. Over 15 is correct. To change the denominator to 15, I have to times 5 to both my numerator and denominator for the first fraction, and times 3 to both the numerator and the denominator for the second fraction. 5 times 7h minus 6j over 15 minus 3 times 2h plus 9j over 15. So I expand my numerators. I multiply in the 5. I'll have 35h minus 30j over 15 minus, same thing, I multiply in my 3 to the two terms. I have 6h plus 27j. That's correct. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. So they have the same denominator. Now I can combine these two fractions together. So 35h minus 30j. Take note that it's a minus sign here. So this negative sign has to be multiplied to both the terms in the numerator. I'll have minus 6h minus 27j. This is an expression, so you can't remove the denominator. Now it won't be equal. Unless you have an equation, then you will need to remove the denominator to find the unknown. Okay, there are two different kind of question here. So for the numerator, for me to simplify, I will take 35h minus 6h, which gives me 29h. And then for the j, we have negative 30j minus 27j. We'll get negative 57j over 15. Okay, so this is the single fraction in the simplest form. So I then can move on to question 5 on factorization. MRT station is there. Never go to Pongo. Question 5, anyone? So when you factorize, you can only take out the common factor. So what is the common factor of 3x and 6? Good. We can only take out a common factor of 3. When we take out 3, we take 3x divided by 3, we get x. And then 6 divided by 3, we get 2. You shouldn't have 2x there. So how to check your work is you can expand it again. After you expand it, make sure that you get back the same expression. Factorize is the opposite of expanding. So you factorize, you get this term. And then when you expand, it should get back to the first expression. 3 times x, we have 3x and then plus 6. So once you expand, you see if it's the same as what the question gives you, means it's correct. Part B. Anyone what's the common factor for 27x and 3y? You mean the highest common factor, right? So same thing. Common factor is 3, so I factorize out 3. Then I left with 9x plus y. And question 6 is testing you on finding the values of the expression. So you just need to substitute in the values of x and values of y. Four is correct for part A. Good job. So when x equals to 2 and y equals to 3, find the value of the following: 5x minus 2y. So whenever we substitute, we try to substitute with a bracket. So x substitute with 2 minus 2 times y, we substitute with 3. So 5 times 2, we get 10. 2 times 3, we get 6. So 10 minus 6, we get 4. Good job. I see a lot of correct answers. Yep. Pattern is correct for part B. Well done. C is correct. X squared minus 5y. So we want to substitute the x with 2. So 7 times 2, the whole thing squared because it's x squared, minus 5. Y we replace with 3. So 7 times 2 squared means 7 times 4, which gives us 28. And then minus 5 times 3 is 15. So 28 minus 15 gives us 13. Let's see, we have x squared y minus 14 over x. X squared replace with 2 square, and then y is 3 minus 14 over x is 2. 2 square is 4. 4 times 3 we have 12. Minus 14 divided by 2 is 7. So 12 minus 7 we get 5. Part C is 5, that's right. Part D, we have x minus 3x squared over y minus x. X we replace with 2 minus 3 times 2, the whole thing squared, over y is 3 minus x is 2. So we have 2 minus 3 times 2 square is 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 12 over 3 minus 2 is 1. So numerator we have negative 10. Negative 10 over 1 is negative 10. So then move on to question 7. Simplify the following expression. Sorry. Question 7. You can just follow the rules for the Kahoot. So if you are the top 3 for the Kahoot, remember to screenshot and send it to us in order to get your prizes. That's Kahoot later. I see a correct answer here. You have to make them to have the same denominator first. So even if it's a whole number, you can convert it to improper fraction. We have 3 whole minus x over 5. If it's a whole means it's out of 1. 15 minus x, the whole thing over 5 is correct. So the common denominator would be 5. So in order for me to change the first fraction to 5, to out of 5, I have to multiply by 5 to the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so 15 over 5 minus x over 5. Then I can combine the numerator now as they have the same denominator. So the answer should be 15 minus x over 5, not the other way around. X minus 15 over 5 is not. B, we have 2a over 3 minus 4b. Same thing, now our second term is a whole number, so it's out of 1. So we can make them to have the same denominator by multiplying by 3 to both the numerator and the denominator. A minus 6b divided by 3. No, it's not correct. There's no changes to the first fraction, so it's still 2a over 3 minus, so 4b times 3, we have 12b over 3. Now that they have the same denominator, then you can combine them together. 2a minus 12b over 3. You can't divide by 2 to the numerator. How do you make the denominator the same? What is the lowest common multiple here? We have to make them to have a common denominator of 12 by multiplying by 3 to the first fraction and multiply by 4 to the second fraction. So that's the correct answer for part C. So when we multiply by 3 to both the numerator and the denominator for the first fraction, 3 times, we have 3 times 3x plus 5 over 4 minus 4 times x plus 4 over 3. Then we expand the numerator. Give me a while, I shift the x. I got disconnected. Hold on, yeah. You still hear me? Okay, so we expand the numerator first. So for the first fraction, we have 3 times 3x, so we have 9x plus 3 times 5, we have 15 over, oh sorry, the denominator should be changed already to the common denominator of 12. So out of 12 minus, I multiply in the 4, so 4x plus 16 over 12. When I put them together, I'll have 9x plus 15. Take note that this is a negative sign, so this negative sign must be multiplied to both the term in the second fraction. So minus 4x minus 16 over 12. Then we simplify. When we simplify, we have 9x minus 4x, which gives us 5x. And then positive 15 minus 16, we get negative 1. Okay. You're done with this? For the giveaway, you join the Kahoot with your name. So important note here is if you're the top 3 winners, please remember to screenshot your results so that you can claim the prize. And you can either send it to this number to claim your gift, or you can send it via the TikTok chat. Yeah, now it's Kahoot time. You can get ready your devices. Remember, yeah, to take the screenshot if you're the top 3. Y'all can join with this QR code. You'll see the QR code. But the game pin, which is 389040. Once you're joining, in the Kahoot now. So 0 is not a prime number. Smallest prime number is 2. So 0 and 1 is not a prime number. Is 0 a composite number? Zero is also not a composite number. So 0 is neither a prime number nor a composite number because it doesn't fit into the term of the prime number, whereby it has to have two factors for prime number, and composite number has to have more than two factors. time. Number 1, followed by Kayla, then Jake. Expand the following. Jake number 1, Meow Meow number 2, and Kayla number 3 now. So when you expand the following, you have to multiply in your a to 4b and 3. So when you multiply in, you'll get 4ab plus 3a. And then for the second part, we have negative 2 times b minus 5. So we have to take negative 2 times b, we get negative 2b. And then negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. Expand and simplify the following. Answers? And simplify this, we have your 4 must multiply into the bracket of x minus 2y. So 4 times x, we have 4x, and then 4 times negative 2y, we have negative 8y. For the second part, we have negative 3 times 2x minus y. So negative 3 times 2x, we have negative 6x. Negative 3 minus times negative y, we have a positive 3y. Okay, so must remember that the sign in front of the term will always follow it. So don't forget to multiply in the negative sign as well. Okay, then after that, you can rearrange the term and then simplify the like terms. So for x minus 2x, we have negative 2x, and then negative 8y plus 3y is negative 5y. So take note here, if you can't visualize that negative 8 plus 3 is for negative 5, all you can do is you put a positive 1 in front. So we have positive 3 minus 8. Then you can see that it's negative 5. A very common mistake here is students tend to take negative 8 plus 3 equals to 8. Negative 11 because they just simply take 8 plus 3. Okay. Factorize the following completely. Stop. You're still here. When we factorize completely, we can take out the highest common factor here. So let's look at the number itself, 24 and 8. The highest common factor is 8. And then we have A, B, and B, C. So the common factor for the algebra term will be B. So when we take out 8B, we're left with 3A for the first term and negative C for the second term. I think there's around 2 more questions. Few of you got it right. No, there's not another round. But there's another question. So substitute our x with 2 and y with -1. So 2 times 2 square we have 8, and then 5 times -1 is -5. So 8 minus 5 give us 3. This will be the last question. Which of the following statement is true? This is on inequality. No, this is Sec 1 math. And after this will be Sec 2 math. Okay. One more question. So following number to 4 significant figures. So there's no another Kahoot today. Only one of you got it right. So for significant figure, the first significant figure will be 3 because the 0 in front are not significant. Okay? Unless the 0 is in between a two non-zero digits, then the 0 is significant here. So in this case, our 3, 7, 1, and 0 will be the significant figures. Okay? Question itself is 0.037095. We need the 0 behind the 1, so 3710, because the 0 behind is also significant. The 0 that is behind a decimal point and a non-zero digit are significant here. Okay, and because due to rounding up, we have to add 1. That's why we can't leave it as 0.03709. Okay? So those who are in the podium 1, 2, and 3, do remember to screenshot and send it over to us. Okay, congrats to the top 3. We have Jake, Calista, and what's the third one? Wow. And remember to take a screenshot. Congrats. Do remember to send in the screenshot to us to redeem your gifts. That's all for Sec 1 math. We'll be moving on to Sec 2 math in few minutes time. We're moving on to Sec 2 math. Send it to us, the screenshot of your position number 2, and then they will arrange with you. Not sure if it's collect at the nearest outlet to your place or what. Yeah, you can just drop us a message. If you need the number, it's here. So you can DM us the screenshot on TikTok via the chat or send it to this number. Very sure if you claim it at eGreeter or not. Maybe you can collect from one of our outlet or something. I'm not sure about that. The end will arrange with you. So here can also stay for the Sec 2 math TikTok. You can download the worksheets from the link in our bio. Those who are here, please take a look at the first question. Try out the first question. This is Sec 2 math. Is Sec 2 math or G3 level. You can work on question 1. Factorize each of the following expressions completely. When you are done, you can send in your answers for question 1A and so on. Done with question 1A. Factorize x squared plus 3x plus 2. Then draw two brackets here. And then focus on the first term and the last term. What are the factors of the first term and the last term? And then try to factorize it. Anyone? Square, right, definitely has to be x times x because that's the only two factors of x squared to get x squared. So usually the first term for each bracket will give you the first term, and then the second term in each bracket will give you the last term, which is the third term. So for 2 will be 2 times 1. And then you can see that they are all plus sign. So it has to be plus plus. Okay, so to check your work, you can expand them and then make sure you get the same answer. So another way is 2x times x, we have positive 2x. X times 1x is a positive x. Total 3x. And this must be your second term in the expression, which is here. It means you factorize correctly. So we're done with part A. Please move on to part B. Bx squared minus 5x minus 6. What? Factorize this already. Then you can draw two brackets. For x squared term, it's always x times x. So for the third term, right, we have negative 6. So what are the possible combinations of negative 6? It can be negative 1 times 6, 1 times negative 6, 2 times negative 3, or negative 2 times 3. So all these are the possible combinations. So you see which combination you can use such that it will give you the negative 5 in the middle term. So we want negative 5. So usually if it's negative 5 and the term is negative sign, what you need to do is usually would be you need one negative and one positive in order to get negative sign here. And then you want the middle term to be negative 5. So it has to be one bigger number and minus one smaller. So we have negative 6 negative 6 plus a positive 1 will give us negative 5. Okay, that's why we use this combination. So here will give us negative 6x. And when we multiply this together, we have a positive x. The resultant value we get will be negative 5x, which is our second term. See, we have 3x squared minus x minus 10. give us 3x squared. 3x squared can either be 3x times x. So we can split it into 3x and x. And then for negative 10, there's a few combinations. You can try out what kind of combination that suits this question. For negative 10, has to be one positive and one negative. Here we have 5 and 2 here. So 2 times 3 will give us 6x, and then 5 times x will give us 5x. Because our middle term is a negative x, so it has to be more negative. So the next 6x has to be negative, and then 5x is positive. So 6x, negative 6x plus 5x will give us a negative x. Yeah, correct. Positive 5 and negative 2. You can check your work by finding the middle term. So positive 5x minus 6x gives us a negative x. For part C. Part D, q square minus 10q plus 25. Anyone?
When you factorize, you will get q minus 5, q minus 5. So when you combine together, it will be q minus 5, the whole thing squared. So for the first term will be q and q. Then second term will be 5 times 5, and it's negative sign, so minus minus. Because our third term is positive 25. Okay, so you write it as q minus 5, the whole thing squared. Part E, and you try part E already? Oh, you can actually get our worksheet from the link in the bio. Part E is 5b squared plus 11b plus 6. Maybe I'll write it down here. Anyone done with part E? So for 5b squared, when you factorize, right, the two factors can be 5b and b. So I split it into 5b and b. And then how should I put my 6? You can see that everything is plus, so definitely this 2 has to be plus. If I want 11 in the middle, means I want 6 times 1b and then 5b times 1. So I get 11b because 5 plus 6 is 11. For part F, y squared minus 4y minus 5. And I'm trying this question. I think part F also quite straightforward. Yeah. We will have y and y to give us y squared. To get negative 5, definitely has to be one positive and one negative. Yes, because the middle term is negative 4, so you have to have negative 5 plus 1 to get negative. Okay, so that's how you factorize. Those who are done can move on to question 2, also on factorizing. But for question 2, the factorizing will be mainly using the special algebraic identities. Okay, so we recap a bit on the special algebraic identities again. So first one we have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. When we factorize, it's a plus b squared. Second one, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. We will have a minus b, the whole thing squared. And the third one will be a squared minus b squared. When we factorize, we'll have a minus b, a plus b. Okay, so mostly we'll be using on the third special algebraic identities here. Okay. Do try part A. Y minus 5 and then? Yep. So for part A, y square minus 25, it's equals to y minus 5, y plus 5. Because both of them are square numbers. Part B. That's one of the factor. So when to use this third special algebraic identities is when you see difference of two squares. Okay, so for the part B, right, you can see it's 6x squared minus 5y the whole thing squared. So you can see that it's difference of two squares here. So when you factorize, it'll be 6x minus 5y. Yep, 6x plus 5y. Those who are done, move on to part C. Okay. Can? That's correct. So 81 x squared minus 16. We have 9x the whole thing squared minus 4 squared. So it's difference of two squares. Therefore, we can factorize as 9x minus 4, 9x plus 4. Part D. 64x squared minus 9y squared. Anyone? Okay, so 64x squared is 8x the whole thing squared minus 9y squared is 3y the whole thing squared. So when we factorize, we will get 8x minus 3y and 8x plus 3y. Good. Part E is 9y squared minus 25x squared. It's not just 5. Something is missing. Yes, don't forget the x. Okay, so 9y squared is 3y the whole thing squared minus 25x squared is 5x the whole thing squared. So we have 3y minus 5x, 3y plus 5x. F 3x squared minus 12y squared. So for part F, it's not so direct anymore. You have to take out the common factor first before you can use the special algebraic identities here. X minus 4 times x plus 3y. Why though? You can try again first. The very obvious one is you can take out their common factor of 3, then you can see clearer. So when you take out common factor of 3, you're left with x squared minus 4y squared. Yep, that's right. Okay, then you can see the difference of two squares here. So we have 3x squared minus 2y squared. So we have 3x minus 2y, x plus 2y. G 4p cubed minus 25p. You have to take out the common factor first. Yes, that's correct. So for this two term, the common factor here is p. So when we take out p, you have p squared minus 25. So from here, your p squared minus 4p squared minus 25 is 2p the whole thing squared minus 5 squared. So you show that it's difference of two squares, then after which you can factorize. 2p minus 5, 2p plus 5. Okay. If you're done, move on to question 3. Question 3 will be factorizing 4 terms. So whenever there's 4 terms, you split it into 2 terms and 2 terms first to take out the common factor of the first 2 terms and the common factor of the next 2 terms, and then combine them together. Question 3, part A is 2x plus 4xy plus 3p plus 6py. So in usual case, you can just split them into 2 terms and 2 terms, and then you factorize the first 2, take out the common factor of the first 2 terms and the next 2 terms. So for the first 2 terms, we have 2x and 4xy. Their common factor is 2x. So when you take out 2x, you're left with 1 plus 2y. And then for the third and the fourth term, their common factor is 3p. So when you factorize out 3p, in the bracket will be 1 plus 2y. And then from here, you can see that they have the same factor of 1 plus 2y. So now we factorize out 1 plus 2y and combine the multiplier together. So after you take out 1 plus 2y, you're left with 2x plus 3p. Okay, so this is how you factorize for 4 terms. Do the same for the rest. Sometimes when the question gets the more difficult, you may need to rearrange the 4 terms before you can factorize. So let's say if you factorize the first 2 terms and the next 2 terms, you didn't see anything in common. Either is you didn't factorize completely, or you have to rearrange the terms first. Okay. I think we deal with the first 2 terms and the next 2 terms separately. Okay. Then what is the common factor for the first 2 terms? What can we factorize out from 6xy and 9xz? Okay, good. So we take out 3x, and then we left with 2y minus 3z. Okay, for the second part, we can factorize out. Common factor of 8 and 12 is 4, and then they have the same algebra q here. So we can factorize out 4q, and then we left with 2y minus 3z. So from here, you can see that 2y minus 3z is the common factor. So we factorize out 2y minus 3z, and then what we are left with will be these two terms, 3x plus 4q. Okay, you can move on to part C. Same thing, you deal with them separately, split into two parts first. Just that part C will be a little bit trickier because there is a negative sign here. So make sure you group the negative sign together with your 10CR. Okay, good. So for the first part, you can factorize out 6b. Second part, okay, it depends on the question, because for the first part, when you factorize out 6b, you left with a minus 2r. So you can see that you want a negative 2r in the bracket. Therefore, you only factorize out the 5c, a positive 5c instead of negative 5c. Okay, because if you factorize out negative 5c, then your 2r will become positive. So when you take out positive 5c, you have negative 2r in the bracket. And then plus a. So they are actually the same using the commutative law of addition. All you need to do is you just need to change to make it look the same. Rearrange them. Then you'll have your a minus 2r, which is the common factor here. So after taking a minus 2r, you're left with 6b plus 5c. So then move on to part D. Part D, we have 5AP minus 5AQ minus P plus Q. How come the setting don't let you type up? What are the words that you can't type up? Or you can just split them up, like you split them into parts for the answer. You can type out the word plus instead of using the sign. Okay, for the first part, the common factor is 5a. We can take out 5a, and then we are left with p minus q. Because you want a positive p, right? So you take out a negative 1. Then you will get the positive p on the bracket. Okay, and take note here, the q must change to minus sign already. because you factorized out the negative sign. So negative times negative will be positive. Yes, that's good. So actually the negative one, if you want to write the one or not, doesn't matter. Okay, if you don't write the one, it's also fine. And then you can see from here, they have the common factor of p minus q. You can factorize out p minus q, and then you're left with 5a minus 1 in another bracket. Yep. If you write out one, then it's easier for you to visualize, and you won't make careless mistake of omitting this negative one here. Okay, those who are done, you all can move on to question 4. Make sure that you factorize completely. This worksheet, you can still print out, right, since it's in soft copy. You can just get the worksheet from our link in the bio. Sorry, what do you mean by how? The soft copy is available in our link in the bio. Do try question 4 and then send in your answers via the chat. Okay. What is 1AB? This question is quite interesting. We have 4a minus 4b minus a squared plus b squared. So first part, you can factorize out the 4, right? And you will get a minus b. If you take out the negative sign, can you see that you can change it to a squared minus b squared? Okay, try to continue from here. Can you all see? So what can you apply to a squared minus b squared? Huh? How do you work your fish? A squared minus B squared, you don't need it. It's one of the special algebraic identities, if you can recall. So for this part, we have A minus B, A plus B, remember? No sound. Can you hear me? You should be able to hear, right? So when you factorize the A squared minus B squared, you will get A minus B, A plus B. And then from there, you can see the common factor. Other people can hear me? Because I can actually hear myself. Can the rest hear me? Okay. Okay, thank you. I think you need to on your sound, or maybe you can change to another device. I think since you say no sound, he can't hear me, right? Okay, so when we factorize out the common factor of A minus B, you'll be left with 4 minus, take note of this part because it's minus this thing, A plus B. So it has to be 4 minus A minus B. You cannot write minus A plus B. Okay, because negative have to be multiplied into both A and B. It's not minus 1 here because, okay, if you say minus 1, this negative 1 is multiplied by A and B. So you still get negative A minus B. Okay. Because you see, negative times A plus B will give you negative A minus B. So from this step to this step, right, what you can do is, let's see, you can see the whole thing, right? Okay, so from here, right, what you can do is if you factorize out A minus B, and then you are left with 4 minus A plus B, which will give you A minus B, 4 minus A minus B when you expand out. Can you see that? Okay. Those are done with question 4. Can move on to question 5. Sorry, which one? is that equation using a plus b squared? Which question are you referring to? For question 5a, no, you're not using any special algebraic identities here. To see if you're using something a plus b or a minus b squared, it depends on the first term and the third term. The third term is not a square number. So when you factorize, you should get only two brackets. Okay, so for x will be x. X will give you x squared. Yes, very good. Because the third term is a plus, so both must be a plus when you have everything plus. And then you can 6 plus 1 because it becomes 7. Your middle term is 5. That's why you use 2 plus 3. Very good. Okay, part B. You might want to try again. Take note that the middle term is plus. So if your 2x multiply with negative 3 is negative 6 plus 1. Yep, one of the factor is 2x minus 1. So 2x squared, when you factorize, you have 2x and x. Yes. And then this is negative 3. So definitely one of it is negative, one of it is positive. Take note the middle term is plus 5, so you want the bigger number to be positive. So if you only have 3 and 1, right, means 3 times 1. Because you want this to be positive 6x, so here is plus, here is minus, then you have minus x. Because you want to get positive 5x. Okay, always check your work. Check in this manner to get your middle term. Make sure the middle term is correct. But see, can you factorize part C already? 6x squared we can have 6 times. sorry, 6x times x, or we can have 2x times 3x. Yeah, there's more factors here for the first term and the third term. Negative 20, there's also a lot of pairs of factors. Can be 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. And then you can play around with the positive and negative sign. Because this is negative, so it has to be negative times positive now. Will work. So let's say if you have 3x plus 4, 2x minus 5, you have positive 8x here and negative 15x. You want a positive 7x. So definitely your sign has to change. Because this will give you negative 7x, not positive 7x. Yeah, so it should be the other way. Okay, so 6x, you split it into 2x and 3x. And then for negative 20, you can split to positive 5 and negative 4. So you get positive 15x and minus 8x. That gives you positive 7x. Yeah, the 2x plus 5 is correct. Last question. This question, take note, you can see that all the numbers are what kind of numbers? What kind of numbers are 6, 22, and 40? They are all even numbers, right? So if they're all even numbers, always factorize out the 2 first, or the highest common factor for the numbers, so that when you're factorizing it, you are dealing with smaller numbers. So when we factorize out 2, we have 3x squared minus 11x minus 20. Then from here we factorize the 3x squared minus 11x minus 20. It'll be easier for you. When you're trying how to factorize this, so for 3x squared, we have 3x times x. But for 20, there's a lot of factors. We want negative 11. Okay, so let's say we have 5 times 3 is 15. And then we know 5 times 4 gives us 20. So this will give us 15x and 4x. So the difference is 11. We want it to be negative, so we want negative 15x. So therefore, this must be negative 5. Plus 4x will give us negative 11x. So this must be positive. Okay, so that's how you factorize. Yes, 3x plus 4, then x minus 5. Okay, anyone, any question here? After today's class, I hope that you all are getting more familiarized with factorizing. Okay, if there's no question, we will see you next slide. So next live will be on next Wednesday. Okay, 5 to 8 p.m. So 5 to 6 will be P5 science, P6 writing will be 6 to 7, and then P6 English is 7 to 8. Okay? For secondary math, I'll see you next week. Okay. Then you can watch the live for next Thursday for secondary math. Bye. Thank you for watching.